I'm literally just running this camera now because I'm crazy. I'm literally running this camera now because I need a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, a family, a job, and what I have is an evil Jesus raping me through the power of the devil. Because when he says, my strength is made perfect in weakness, the weakness is a thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan sent to buffet me, like Paul, and humble me with 41 years of please God, I'm too sick to take care of myself and my eyebrows are falling off and I want to get a gig and have a family still. And now there's some asshole, some stupid kid that would never know right from wrong in this moralistic clusterfuck of a town who thinks he's right to be judging me and standing in the periphery of my blind spot where it makes you the most hypervigilant when someone stands in your blind spot and cock his head to the side and listen to me argue with God and hate on me and tell me to fuck myself and have nothing. I am looking at my face and I'm going, it looks better on camera. I'm not vain. I just wanted to live my life. I am asking God if the God of the Bible is really just a demonic stronghold raping me, and I know the answer. Yes. Yes. I'm going to return to my 3-year-old version of reality because it's true. Both God and Satan are aliens raping me. They're all oppressive entities, physically and psychically assaulting me. The real God, the Creator, let me endure this because no God of love, even Jesus, who actually is a being of love and really a being of grace and mercy and peace. And the reason why he can't help me is because that's not the way the world works, but the reason why he doesn't want to help me is because he's humbling me with this? No. I don't believe in that bullshit anymore. I'm done with the God of the Bible. I am screaming at Jesus to kill me. I'm attracting stupid white people to hate on me. I am staring at my face in the camera and wondering if it's gone enough to start my life. I had a mental illness called God is going to make me sick and there's nothing I can do about it. Now he's making me sick and I'm saying, wait, I can't take care of myself. Now he's saying, don't worry, it's going to be all right. Now it's not all right. Now I know it's not all right because he's lying. Now I'm saying, could you stop lying to me? Now he's saying, no, tough shit. I stare at that mirror back there and people hate on me for being weak, for being vulnerable, for being emotional, for bleeding, for being in pain. We are an evil culture of toxic shame-worshipping assholes. The spirit of what people think is Jesus is just the spirit of you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Why are you like that? Any responsible person could have taken care of themselves. I gave up my money because the Jesus of the Bible told me to, and because I was a reincarnated Buddhist and I didn't know I was sick, I thought the spirit of death was crushing and asphyxiating me because God wanted me to lighten my vibration. And then I'm a very capable, smart person who could get a gig later. I didn't know that God had made me insane with this illness. And then when you give up all your money in the modern world, instead of living with the disciples and preaching the gospel and wandering around and passing out the money that used to be yours because you're a rich ruler, now you just stand in a street corner and die and say, I heard about a guy who said to Jesus, Jesus, take the wheel. He literally let go of the wheel and he crashed the car. I did that with my whole life. Now I'm screaming at the Jesus of the Bible, you're evil, and here's the problem. I met the real Jesus. He's not that asshole in the Bible. He's not a being who says, with mercilessness and vindictiveness, shut up, you little bitch, why did you want to live your life? So when it says, my strength is made perfect in weakness, hey, I sent the devil to give you more gallons. Well, you don't like this? What's the matter with this whole ensemble? What I'm saying is, as a karmic challenge given to me by an impersonal God who is just the creator, the light, the love, Abba, Father. Abba means source. It doesn't mean dad. If he's my dad, he's parenting me with demonic torture that made this meat suit I'm riding around in that I'm trapped in a living fucking hell. And by the way, two forms of people other than me think that this is a meat suit, a coffin that I'm riding around in that's weeping blood that I need to get rid of, that I'll only be free of hell once I'm free of this body. Two forms of people think that. I'm trying to set up the shot and can't. Fundamentalist Jews and fundamentalist Christians. And me, I was born crazy. I was born with a form of pathology, a form of mental illness called God is a bunch of devils raping me. And that's pure genius, and here's why. The God of the Bible isn't raping me. The God of the Bible doesn't really exist. The Bible is a bunch of contradictory, often immoral, amoral stories, some of which are moral, but in the end, what it basically says is, do as I say, don't say, do as I do, because I'm jealous and vindictive, but I'm in a flower and a tree, and I want you to return love for hatred, like my weak son Jesus said. Go off and follow my weak little new age faggot bitch Jesus, and be a being of love, but real motherfuckers rule the universe with vindictiveness, jealousy, and violence. The God of the Old Testament is egotistical. The understanding that I had of God that's true is God can't be egotistical and vindictive. That's not God. No egotistical, jealous, vindictive being made a flower or a tree, or my friend Mabel the deer. So even though I give up on the human race, I don't give up on that vision of Christ that I had of love, but Christianity is a perversion of higher truth. Here's higher truth. The love of heaven is real. This world is run by the devil. Even our view of God is demonic. If you seek higher love, you can find it, but you must be willing to sacrifice everything in this life. And if you do, you can receive love. And the other day I had a really strong bonding, and I had a vision of people of all religions, all faiths, leaving this world, I'm about to cry, and going to a heaven of love and being fine because they walked in the love of Christ, even though they were Buddhists and Hindus and pagans and Native Americans walking in the Spirit 1,000 years ago on the Great Plains. They went to heaven. Whereas Christians who say, we just want to love on you, and don't know the difference between carnal bullshit and love, and worship the spirit of toxic shame that say, if you're sick, you must have believed wrong or not repented right. They leave this world and go to hell. And before that happens, they say, Lord, Lord, did we not perform many miracles and cast out demons in your name? And he says, where were you when I was sick and homeless and in jail? Begone, I never knew you. See, I don't just believe in all the Bible, I just preached a message. The Bible isn't one view of God taken from a Christian perspective. It's demonic bullshit. These people worship the demonic spirit of shame and call it Jesus. I keep spending all day screaming at God, fuck you, God, I hate you. Jesus is an evil Lord if he's Lord at all. Why is this way? And the reason why this is this way is because this version of God is a demonic lie. And unless we realize that when he says, my strength is made perfect in weakness, but he doesn't want it to be that way. That's the way the world is. If anyone's going to cure Morgellons, they have to go through this. I don't know if he did this to me to humble me because of revelations that say that while the core of the message of Judeo-Christianity is true, the fullness of it is demonic, perverted, toxically shame-based bullshit, but it is. I might actually post this. God is love, but the God of the Bible isn't love. More often than not, he's a God of jealousy and vindictiveness who sends your enemies to smash little infants into rocks. He kills your babies because you cheated on him with another God. He wrote 10 commandments, like six of them have to do with appeasing his wrath by appealing to his egotism. God's going to kill you unless you blow him. But he forgot to put the part about, hey, priests, don't rape little kids. There is no commandment about child molestation being a sin, but there's lots of commandments about appeasing God. I don't believe in that God. I never believed in that God. How can you believe in that God? It's contradictory, immoral bullshit. Jesus showed up. He gave me a vision of being a citizen of heaven through his love. It's the love that makes you a citizen of heaven, not believing in a name called Jesus or some crap in a big black scary book written by scary assholes named human beings who like to write stories and blame their shit on God. Stop blaming it on God because you wrote a stupid book. You wrote it. He inspired it. You didn't get it right. It says it in there. I already preached this message. No one gives a shit. Then, in that day, when we are redeemed, and we're all in that number, or some of us, I don't know, hopefully all of us, we shall know him as we are known, as a being of light and love and pure goodness. Now, we think he's that arrogant, vindictive, egotistical dick in the Bible, and he's really not unless you're that big of a dick, because at that point, it's your own reflection that you're meaning. At that point, this world really is a horribly demonic fallen place. And God really is jealous and vindictive because you're seeing and experiencing him through the vehicle of your fallen soul. And that's why you're experiencing the world this way. If I continue in the love of Christ, this might not just be a hell. I might benefit from this. I still walk in the teachings and the love of Jesus, even though I think that all religion is demonic bullshit. And the God of the Bible is not an accurate portrayal of God. That's perverted shit. Because it's not love. And if God isn't love, then he's demonic crap. Even if you quote scripture to back it up. And if you're following love, you're okay. Even if you're a Buddhist or a Hindu or a Zoroastrian or a Jew. Which I still seem to be. Even though I never believed in that version of God. Old or New Testament. I was trying to go downtown and preach. I think I just did. I sometimes tell myself to push the button. Just push the button. No. I'm pushing the button. This button is about to be pushed. Hey button, watch out. You're about to get pushed. I really try.